first down. They'll go to the ground attack. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And indeed, tremendous execution.
Coup for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better
Team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Grady Jarrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him, because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Joseph Osai there on the stop. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Now 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
Now a throw caught by one of their linemen.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation, because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake. Yet they did anyway. Poor execution on the defensive side.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Second and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Now 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Goff's throw pulled in by Woods.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Goff off now. Looks to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's
quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
This now a 3rd and 4. Ritter to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Goff. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Here's a give up the middle.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Second down throw coming for Ritter.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Ready, break.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he works free. Still on his feet. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gone.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down.
On the draw, Gainwell.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now gone.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Here's Goff.
As this complete to Woods.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing again is Goff. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Singletary.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Buccaneers get a bit closer. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. opinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their 25-yard line. Powers through. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Ritter.
He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Back to throw, Ritter.
Rolling to his right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Goff.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw.
They'll roll him out right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Ritter now.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
They'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
From the gun, here's Goff.
That'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it.
We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime.
Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception.
Next, we head off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams.
Jahan Dotson,
A touchdown reception.
Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium.
As you can see, the score there in the second quarter.
A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
Right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Muscles him off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line. Second down, they'll run it here. And he gets it down to the 32.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Second down and 3.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. On first down, it's gone.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's second and 10.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Goff.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. There, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
He'll buy some time right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a solid run down inside the 30.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
Ready, 50, green. Check. Hey, switch gears. Opposite, green. Check. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Falcons have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
Koo now for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down, gone.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Goff. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense. Touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out, and as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff now looking to throw.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Play action. It's gone. Complete. The tight end Rivera. 7 yards there and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Goff on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Again, Goff.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On first and 10, it's Gainwell.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second and short now following the fumble. Here's Ritter.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
Mike by 5, Mike to the 5, Mike by 5. Hey, let's get this,
Yellow, Lonnie, opposite, green.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. They'll buy some time right. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
Rolling to his right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Check white. Switch yellow. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Falcons continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Koo now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone.
Here's a screen with Gainwell.
A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That's a deep. You're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to Moore.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Goff.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goff.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will remain well behind.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Ritter to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Okay, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Fresno. You got tape.
Check white. Check hut.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ultra. Smash.
Now back to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this 2nd half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and yard game to show for it.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons extend their lead yet again.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw.
He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Goff on first down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again is Goff.
Drops this one down to Gainwell.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons taking it right down Broadway.
Down to the 10.
And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now to throw.
That pass complete to Moore.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 27.
Check. Yellow, line. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Ritter back to throw.
He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch the twist. Switch.
Yellow. Ready. Go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Yellow, line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Check right. Quick, yellow. Check pink. Ready.
They'll try and run for it, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Grady Jarrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Falcons,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
What's on the come is not a call. I deposit, I do not withdraw.
I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Washington Commanders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we wrap up our Monday night schedule with another great matchup here in Week 17, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burton.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Burton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Ritter now. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, Falcons. Chris Olave.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Following the touchdown.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 20 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw here.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. On second down now, Odom, and some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Odom, and he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run on first down. Odom, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Up the middle they go. Odom, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw, Ritter. Rolling to his right. Oh, able to avoid him.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And room there to work it inside the 25.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
And they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
That is caught by Herbert.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.